Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's the end of our recap, which, you know what it means. It's award time. And by award time, I
Yay!
mean, let's talk about Aka some more.
Yeah, basically, I felt really bad.
Okay, actually, you know what? No.
Yeah.
There's one element. It's, let's talk about Aka and Dragon Maid some more, because that's basically everything in these awards.
Honestly, when I was nominating these, I genuinely forgot most of the other shows I had been watching this season.
I mean, it's hard, because these are the two shows that we cared about the most, so...
And they were good.
Yeah, fuck it. So, a standard quid pro quo here. We got all of our quadrants, and if we have something that we like, we just put it in the quadrant. So let's not really waste any time getting into it. So first off, meme of the season. Now, this is a topic that usually gets a lot of material to work with in it, but problem is that a lot of the memes this season were sad, or were in shows that were just not good.
Good.
You're kind of
I'm
sitting here thinking
surprised
about,
one of you guys didn't put Satania with a gun as a meme.
Yeah, but
Satania with a gun isn't a meme. Satania with a gun is like a shared fever dream
yeah,
between me and Joe and nobody else.
Satania with a gun is a cry for help. Like, let's be real.
Me proposing this category was actually just a way for me to covertly slip in the fact that I did watch Kimono Friends and I thought it was really good and you should watch it because it's a huge show.
Yeah, it was one of those things where I think Mia picked it up like 3 weeks before our coverage ended. So she's like, "Can I put this in the podcast?" And I'm like,
Yep.
"Ah."
But either way,
It's a meme show, but it's a good meme show, and I've actually like watched it once and then almost halfway through again a second time, which is the first time I've done that.
Damn.
Almost immediately during the season.
Like, we didn't even do that with Myogia, so damn. Holy
I
shit.
know, right?
But our memes of the season, me and Emily are kind of unanimously agreeing
I
that
feel so bad for everyone that read the Fuka manga, but mostly for myself, that I didn't get to do something dumb with Truck-chan when it actually happened. So in here, in my little upper left corner by herself is Truck-chan in all of her beauty. I'm so sad.
yeah, we could have had something great if that actually happened, but no, instead we just got bullshit, which is unfortunate, but you know what are you gonna do? Oh well. I mean, hey, there's always the manga. I mean, you can always just
read the manga and
Yeah.
you know, shake the page really hard, and that'll be your Truck-chan.
Oh Jesus! All right, so now with meme of the
It does.
season out of
It
the way.
just feels really bad. But yeah, Kimono Friends was apparently better than just being a meme, which is surprising.
Yeah,
it
that's
was.
surprising.
Most of what that was for.
All right, so now we get on to some of our more mainstay categories. OTP of the season. This is actually kind of divided rather evenly, but once again, as you'll see, it's mainly Aka and Dragon Maid, and you're gonna see this repeated a lot for the awards section of this of the show. So
Because Aka and Dragon Maid are good, but I'm just gonna take a moment. I really wanted Jean and Mauve to hook up. I know that they didn't, because Mauve is a goddess and Jean, like the rest of us, is a mere mortal, but I really wanted them to hook up. It would have been cute.
you know what? Me too.
Like,
I
God
normally
damn
don't
it.
fiend for ships like this, but me too.
I think it's also funny that, like, the resident Fujo is the one that actually put the hetero ship on here this time. But, like, god damn, I really wanted them to hook up so
Yeah.
bad. It would have been adorable, but no. I'll say they're actually, like, basically the same age.
Yeah,
think.
my OTP of the season, as you can see, was Toru and Kobayashi, because that last episode, oh my god,
You did put the dagger in my
killed
heart.
me.
Oh my god! Like Toru and Kobayashi, they had such a nice domestic relationship. I'm just like, it killed me. It was adorable. Like, they were just like they were a happy lesbian couple with a tiny daughter, and they basically spent their days going on shenanigans and adventures.
a family
I
can
love
be a
it.
single office worker and 2 dragons.
Yeah.
Basically.
Oh man, just hearing that out loud, it's like, KyoAni won your heart back with this show, Joseph. Just think about that for a second. But honestly, my Dragon Maid OTP though, these two, Takia and Fafnir, this is like what my idol relationship with any sort of dude is, where it's just just two guys, and they're having a good time. Having a good time.
Do you need to have the anime figures in the background? Is that a requirement?
Well, okay, so here's the thing. These, I love...
They already exist. You already have them. You don't...
Yeah, like, I'm not, like, I'm in
true.
plastic hell. Like, I don't care. And I'm pretty sure these two don't care. Like, Takia and Fafnir is so cute. It's, like, the ultimate bro TP of the season. And I just, they're just cute together. It's
I like that they have the little Amiko cards in the background.
Yeah.
I noticed that until just now. That's a really nice detail.
Like, originally when I saw, like, okay, Fafnir's moving in with the office co-worker, it's just like they're just gonna be like hanging out playing Dark Souls together, nothing too interesting. When they had their entire screen time moment together, my heart melted. Fafnir is such, like, Fafnir is my son, and to see that
He's a moe boy. He's a moe boy.
Yeah, to see that he is, like, doing all right and living with a dude that's also, like, healthy, doing a job of bleh. To see that he's living with somebody else that's encouraging this kind of lifestyle in a healthy-ish manner is great for me. So, like, this is my ultimate OTP. These guys are the best guys.
It's quite cute.
Yes, like, their
I'm
whole
still
entire
so mad that
relationship
Sean
is
and Mo didn't hook up. Dang it!
cute. You and I'm pretty sure a lot of the people who watch Aka are like. It's okay. I'm pretty sure
really
there's some
bad.
place that we can all, like, weep about it at some point, but oh well.
Cry ourselves to sleep at night.
I mean, we know what the author does in their free time. So
Yeah.
like,
Official dojins. One can hope. Anyway, so now we get on to the best opening, and once again, it's not even a fucking contest. Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
There
the
was one
Aka
point in
opening
which
was
Joe
the
is
best.
like, yeah, I think I'm gonna have Fuka, like, actually fight you for best opening. And I'm like, no, you're fucking not. And then he fucking didn't.
I backed
His opening
down.
was God tier.
I backed down because Persona 5 came out, and it reminded me how much I love openings like Aka, and I'm like, shit, I don't have a leg to stand on if I try to argue with Fuka for being the best opening. Now, to be fair, honorable mention to Fuka's opening because it is good. Like, the song for Fuka's opening is incredible, and the animation's actually pretty good and decent, and it does a good job of, like, at least getting you excited to watch what's ultimately a disappointment.
But
Aka's opening is just so fucking good. It's literally a Persona opening
It's
to
so
a
artsy.
Madhouse show. It's so good. I can't, like...
it's artsy. The song is great. It's just good.
I remember at the beginning of the season, you had a problem with the rap intro, which...
I still don't like it, but it's a good song.
I mean, as somebody who, like, once again, is a huge Persona stan, I'm used to it. Because, like, that's basically that's the one element that was in, like, Persona
Like, that's the
3's,
thing,
Persona 4's
you know,
soundtrack.
It's like the rap intro is whatever, but then, like, the woman's voice comes in and she's singing, and I'm like, this is so much better than that other thing that was just happening. Like, why didn't we just do more of this?
Yeah, I mean...
Like, this is great.
It's
I'm having a
weird.
wonderful time. I don't know. Very
It's a
strange.
call and response. You have to do the call and then the response, which is the woman singing, and then you go back to the rap.
Yeah. But yeah, either way.
That's how songs work.
Either way, still, Aka's opening blows every single opening this season out of the water, hands down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
It's just good.
really not a whole lot to talk about on that front. So now at the best opening, we had to get to the best ending. And once again, it's kind of not even a contest. Dragon Maid's ending is just so cute and
It's so cute.
innocent.
It's so cute. Like, the song's really cute and the animation's really cute. Like, I love in the first part of the ending theme, there's, like, them chatting online and, like, using, like, little stickers, and I think that's so cute.
Mhm.
It's so cute.
Yeah, it's just cute and pure. The only other thing I really even considered putting up for this is Tanya's ending, but it just, like, doesn't have animation. Like, the song is fantastic, but it's just
It's a
not
slideshow.
animated. It's a slideshow of art that was done for the light novel and the manga. I feel the same way about the opening too.
Yeah.
I'm like, Dad, this opening song is great. I really wish you'd, like, put more effort into the visuals. It feels really bad.
Yeah, like, there was some good contests with openings this season. It's just a shame that Aka just drowned everything out. It's the same deal with the endings. Honestly, I would have contended to put Aka's ending, but then again, Aka's ending, while, you know, objectively beautiful, really doesn't impress a whole lot and is a little bit too low key for my taste. So instead,
I mean, they did the same thing. They did the same thing that Baccano did, where they had a very like fast paced, really high energy, really good opening, and then the ending was kind of just woo. Like it was slower. I will say, Akka's ending is better than Baccano's ending. I don't like Baccano's ending. Controversial take.
Yeah.
But it just wasn't as memorable, I guess.
Dragon
I only
Maid's...
watched the Kobayashi's ending like maybe once or twice, but Mia pulled up this picture and I'm like, oh, I remember that. And they all have the little stuff, and yeah, so it was like it sticks with you.
Yes,
in a way that
this
a lot
is
of
one
endings
that's
don't.
like I agree.
And it made me really upset because Luca's voice actress has a really good singing voice.
Yep. Like, I mean, hey, you get what you could take, and also it has Elma in it, and that's important to me. So, so Kobayashi's Dragon Maid gets ending of the season, hands down. Not really a contest. It's a good ending.
Look at Kana like driving her bed like a little motorcycle.
Yeah, they're all driving their beds like little motorcycles. They're all going,
but with her it's the most pronounced. The rest of them can like hold the heads of their bed normally, where she is like full commitment.
Oh, cute. So now we're getting on to our mainstay categories that I'm pretty sure everybody knows and loves. We're going on to worst and best boy and girl, starting with worst first and boy and girl respectively. So worst boy, kind of a shallow pool this season, if I'm being frank.
Yeah, so basically here's the deal. I sort of wanted to slip Tanya in here somehow because I did actually care about Tanya as a show. Character-wise, it didn't do a whole lot to offend or really wow me so much. However, Finland Man, by the end of his stay, was getting old.
Yeah.
So I guess that this is kind of the time to talk about it. In the light novel, and I don't know if it's after this point or before this point or something. I don't know how much of the light novel it changed, to be honest, because I didn't read it. But he dies. Like, he just dies and gets replaced by his daughter, who is, in the translation, beautifully named Mary Sue. And she...
Whoa!
No, that's the thing. And she is kind of the opposite of Tanya, where she gets stuck on the backlines a whole lot because she's a nugget and her country is slightly less morally bankrupt than Tanya's. And they're like, we can't send an actual, like, small child out onto the front lines. What the fuck? Like, this is impossible. This cannot be done. And she, like, really desperately wants to go out of the front lines, wants to avenge her dad, wants to become a mage, blah, blah, blah. So she is just, like, constantly stuck in the back lines, chomping at the bit, whereas Tanya's in the front lines like, I want to go home. And so it's a cheeky bit of, like, contrasting character play off between the two of them. And instead, this guy just kind of stuck around.
Yeah.
He was here for a really long time. I don't necessarily give the show any flack for not having any additional 9-year-old characters, because that's a little weird. And maybe I just, like, got spoiled for way beyond the anime even intended to go, and she doesn't even show up yet. But she showed up in the beginning being like, hey, Dad, here, I gave you this gun, blah, blah, blah. And then she just, like, fucks off for the rest of the season. I'm like, oh, okay. Goodbye, I guess. I was told you were important, but...
No, I guess not.
Yeah, as a case, I don't know. Finland Man is kind of just a plot device, and he was mostly just kind of boring. And I wish he had died one of the first 2 times that he had been killed.
Instead,
that would be great. Instead, he just didn't, and
he
was
became
alive.
He became punished Finland Man.
Punished Finland. See, I don't even know his name. Like, he has a name, but I don't know it because he's a plot device. So it's just...
Yeah.
I don't know. Was not super happy.
Yeah, I'll go next. My nominee for worst boy was fucking Nino.
I'm interested in listening to you explain this.
Me too.
Steve Jobs, turtleneck wearing ass, soccer at your age difference looking ass, like this 21 Jump Street ass dude. Like, God, like,
So
you have caused me so. Okay, look. Here's the thing. I like him as a character, but he's caused me so much emotional pain and distress because then for the first time ever, I'm the one shipping the problematic yaoi, and then I have to defend it. It's up to me to decide and prove, like, how is this less creepy than, like, anything else you've stood against? And the thing is, like, I can't do that because it is creepy and weird. It's like, Nino puts me in a very emotionally and, like, morally compromised position, and I don't appreciate it.
So, what you're saying is that Nino turns you into me.
Yes, it makes me upset. Also, he's just like, I just have. It's just like, was this plot 10 years? Was it really necessary to be 10 years? It could have been like 3 years or like 4 years.
But
like, God.
I think he needed to be old enough to tell his dad, like, hey, I want to, give up our identities and go take pictures of royal people for the rest of our lives, I guess.
Yeah, I understand. Like,
poor
why,
child.
but it just.
Jeez, I mean.
But yeah, Nino and his Steve Jobs turtleneck wearing ass is in here for worst boy because of that reason.
It's gonna be funny. It's gonna be.
He
funny.
ruins Mia's actual life.
Oh God, like that's funny, but
That's quite good.
So I really didn't have a whole lot of dudes this season that I felt one way or the other about. So I just kind of put the main character from Handshakers down on just general principle because. I mean, to be fair, there are a lot of problems with Handshakers. I'm pretty sure if I stuck with the show and watched enough of the plot to act, like if I gave enough of a shit to actually look at the plot and make as much sense of it as one can. I mean, it's a hard thing to do, but I'm pretty sure it can be done. I mean, just like, dude, look at the show that you're in. Like, what the fuck? You have this weird power that you can only use by holding hands with this, I guess, your sister clone or something like that. And
yeah, I think it just.
I don't think she was in any way actually related to his sister. I think he just projected his sister onto her, which is way weirder.
That doesn't make it any.
That makes it considerably worse, actually.
And also, like, he's not really that memorable. He's very cookie cutter. He doesn't stand out a whole lot, and
he had a weird catchphrase.
Yeah, just. I'm sorry, dude. Like, you just happen to be a victim of circumstance. I would find some other boy to, like, burn my hatred towards, but, like, you're just part of this unfortunate.
There was no JJ this season, so let's just pick a bad part of a really, really shitty show.
I mean, then again, this is probably, like, a good relax because this means this is probably the last we're going to be able to talk about Handshakers. So yeah.
Yay!
So
we'll be free after this.
Congratulations to all
until the end of 2017 when we have to call it the worst anime of 2017.
Shit, yeah. Just the worst anime of the past 10 years.
The worst 20. Anime of possibly forever.
Oh god. Yeah. So yeah.
It's not good.
Fuck all of these guys, except maybe for Nino. He's cool enough to where he could stay, but with caution. But so out of the worst boys, now we're going over to the worst girl. And actually, I think this is the very first time, where we have had a worst girl that we can all we've unanimously agreed on worst girl before, but this is the one where
we've had a unanimous worst girl. The end of 2016, we had a unanimous worst girl, but that was mostly you and me just shouting over Mia, who didn't actually watch Taboo Tattoo.
Yes, no, this is the first time where we all agree.
We've all been exposed to that we have agreed
Fuck
is just the fucking worst.
Fuck Quetzalcoatl. She's the worst fucking thing about Dragon Maid, and if you support this, we will all fucking fight you.
Look. Trades to wherever you are.
She needs to put her tits away. For real.
I'm going to play some devil advocate here, and I'm going to say, to be fair, she is kind of hot, but the fact that she constantly sexually harasses a tiny boy is probably the worst fucking thing. And considering that's her ongoing gag for the entire season, that's real bad.
Yeah,
granted. They're just like, she's a sexual predator. We're just like, that's not funny.
Yeah, granted, there is a little bit of development between the two at the end where she finally is, like, wearing a sweater consistently and not looting it up. I'm glad that there's, like, some character development on that, but you know what? That was in the last fucking, 2 episodes? That could have been done a lot earlier. For the most part, she's in there because she's got cow tits and is just there for the sexualization and is just kind of just doesn't really do anything to begin with anyway. Granted, okay, I'm saying this because at the end of the day, all the dragons except for Toru and Akana really don't add anything. But at least they do something in more than one episode.
Yeah.
Lukoa just kind of sits around and waits to be used for fan service, which is just bad.
It's just not good.
Yeah, so
It's unfortunate. She has some really attractive heterochromia, and if only it wasn't on such a piece of fucking garbage.
Yep. I will still remember the first time that we saw it. Just Emily, you useless lesbian.
I'm just sad. I'm sad that she turned out to be a horrible sexual predator. I don't like that.
Yep. Well, fuck Quetzalcoatl. Fuck Luca. She is going to
Fuck Pretzel.
Yeah. No, she is. Since this time, has earned the eternal name of Pretzel because we just don't want to say her name.
I mean, it's not like I can say Quetzalcoatl, and that's fine. I can't fucking spell it.
Yeah. So we just result to Pretzel. So
we just result to calling her Pretzel.
Congratulations, Luca, for winning the fucking worst thing about this season. Please put your tits away. God damn it.
Really bad.
All right.
Not the children.
All of that out of the way. Now we're getting on to the positivity aspect.
The good stuff.
Best boy. We actually had a lot to draw from, so this is actually going to be very interesting. Mia, you're actually going to go first.
Is Mia going to go first?
So explain yourself.
Okay, so
you have Nino as your worst boy and Nino as your best boy.
Yes, Nino is my best boy and my worst boy because
he is your angle and your devil.
He is my angle and my devil. First of all, in this picture, my caption I originally put in here was it's a picture of him on the hospital bed from the last couple of episodes, and my original caption was Nino, terminally gay. And that's honestly one of the things I could say about him that I'm most fond of, I guess, is that he really fucking cares about Gene a lot. Like, he, looks the fuck out for him. And, regardless of whether or not you're wearing shipping goggles for him and Gene, they definitely are, really good friends that really trust each other and look out for each other.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just really great.
I will say, I think one of my favorite things in the last episode was, Jean just kind of gets drunk and Nino is just, brought to him like a homing beacon. It's just I can't let you be drunk by yourself because you talk to me. You talk too
it's
much.
like he knows. He's just oh no, John's drunk. I gotta go.
I gotta go. Bye.
Yep.
Also, can we just say, even if it wasn't his cover, just turtleneck wearing photographer is by far the gayest occupation you can have.
Yeah.
By default. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. But if you're a turtleneck wearing photographer, you might be gay.
Yeah, I mean, fair enough. I mean, you're not wrong.
So, Nino is my angle and my devil. Because he's super gay and I really shipped it, but also he put me in a morally compromising position and I don't appreciate it.
I mean, if it's any consolation,
I was saying,
Emily's best boy is
talk about morally compromising positions.
Oh, but that's the status quo for you.
This is true. This is the status quo for Emily. I chose a different serial killer face this time. For Lilium, so I hope you all are proud of me. There was very much a temptation to go back and get the first serial killer face, or the number of minor serial killer faces before this one, but this was in the last episode, and I was like, you know what? Let's just fucking do it. Lilium is such a problematic homosexual. I love him. He's great. The only thing I didn't like about the ending is that he didn't get shot. I feel like he should have gotten shot. That would have been great. But
you see, here's the thing: his ego got shot. Which
but I also wanted him to physically get shot. It's literally the entire thing. Can someone just shoot him? I'm aware that we're doing this whole talking people down with peace and blah blah blah, but I would really like it if Lilium could just bleed out. That'd be great. I love him. He's such a little conniving bastard. And he's just good.
He's just an
his hair looks soft. His hair looks soft, which is also a very high quality trait. And yeah, he's such a goddamn conniving bastard. I like that they secede from the country anyway. They're just all right, fuck you. If you don't want to go with our coup, you don't get our oil anymore. Piss off. It didn't work out, but they're at least reasonably self-sufficient by themselves. So
yep.
Presumably I guess the benefit of him not being shot is he's presumably going to continue to get up to some shit later in his life. So I hope it works out.
Yeah.
But god damn it, Lilium, what a little bastard. I like him a lot.
As expected from our resident Fujo.
Yep.
I guess a little bit of a detour from my normal taste. I probably would have put somebody down from either Akka or another one of the shows that I was watching. But honestly, guys, Fafnir is such a baby. He is my son. Like, he comes off as like this old crotchety dragon that is just gonna be the edgelord, but instead he devolves into a Dark Souls playing weeaboo shut-in who I just love very much. Like, Fafnir is a baby, and I love him. Just
I would love him more if he got normal sized glasses.
It's part of his aesthetic. Don't bully him.
I'm not bullying him, but pince-nez aren't in. They haven't been in for like a billion fucking years.
Dude, do you think Fafnir gives a shit about what's in? Come the fuck on.
He's an ancient Norse dragon that's cursed to being like trapped inside forever. So as long as he like knows that, he knows that he could just do whatever the fuck he wants with glasses.
Like, if anything, honestly, if you make too much fun of his glasses, he might fucking crash the world economy with all the gold he has hoarded up.
Yeah.
You gotta be careful with that shit.
Yeah, like, for real. Holy shit.
That man is rich enough, he can wear whatever the fuck he wants.
Yep, not a care in the world.
I mean, it's true. That's true.
And that's just another reason why I love Fafnir, is just he's got lots of money, and he just decides to spend it all on weeb shit, which, you know what? I admire that.
Relatable.
And just his relationship with Takayuki and just Fafnir is so great. I protect him. He is my son.
Bean. Protect him.
He is a good egg. All right, now
buy his dojins.
On to best. Yes, buy his dojins. No,
buy his Book of Curses on sale now. Man,
it.
If KyoAni doesn't actually sell those, that is a wasted merch opportunity.
It's KyoAni. What the fuck do you?
I mean, they probably won't. But I'm just saying, it's a wasted merch opportunity.
Okay, now on to best girl. We're not unified on this. I mean, we're never probably going to be unified on this, to be perfectly honest. And
I think we got the closest to being unified that we ever will be, though.
Very
and
close.
That I think that both Joe and Mia will endorse my pick.
Oh yeah, for sure.
No, like if it wasn't for Dragon Maid coming out, I'm pretty sure that me and Mia would have gone on the Mauve train. Like, Mauve could.
I would let Mauve stab me to death.
I would let her just completely castrate me without a care in the world. Like,
that might be too lewd for YouTube. You might want to be careful with that.
I would let her step on my windpipe with a high heel shoe, and I don't let anyone do that.
Yeah, I love Mauve so much. She's just good. She's just good. She is competent and from the land of aggressive lesbians, which indicates that she might also be a lesbian, which is a wonderful trait for her to have when you're me. And I just love everything about her. As much as I'm disappointed that she and Jean didn't hook up, I'm also kind of happy that they didn't hook up, if that makes sense, because it says good things about her character. That they, like, that the entire story ended and everybody went home, blah, 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 and, like, the big, and the girl that is basically widely considered to be ludicrously attractive and generally in charge of her own shit didn't hook up with anybody. She is married to justice, and it's wonderful. I love her so much. As much as the ending totally just came out of nowhere, I am 100% endorsing. I'm announcing a campaign. I'm announcing a nomination, Mo for world president. Like, fuck everything. She's wonderful. Yep. I would vote for that.
And
God,
I totally agree on that. I totally agree on that.
I would vote for her and her Pantene hair care commercial.
Yes.
Yeah, damn.
Like, the best part about her is also she's just so crafty to when she pulls off that massive fucking twist at the end. Totally believe it, 100% on board. And she fucking gets, like, president of Akka. Like, what a fucking power play.
It's one of those things where it's like, she is just so good that literally everyone above her stepped down and they're just like, no, she deserves it. Give it to her.
Oh, God.
It's like, have you ever been so good at your job that, like, the entire chain of command above you just resigned? Damn.
Just unplug your controller, dog. Just do it.
God. She's so wonderful. I love Mauve so much. She's so good.
Well, okay, for my best girl, I put down Kana, and ultimately this decision kind of came down to, because, like, there are obviously a lot of good girls in Dragon Maid, because that's the kind of show it is. It's a show about a lot of good dragon girls and just regular girls and all that stuff. But what my decision came down to was ultimately who I would end up buying merch of if merch ever fucking existed for the show. Um, which would be Kana, because she's like my cute little tiny itty bitty daughter.
Yeah.
She's just, a cute tiny itty bitty angel.
You made her a little plushie too.
Yeah, I did. I did make a little plushie of her.
You made your own merch, like damn.
I made my own merch, but like it's still not good. It's not good enough.
I mean,
Like
it conveys the point of how much Kana is just the
pure
sweetest
bean.
little bean. Like I feel bad for all of the fans of this show that are gonna make lewd fan art of her. I know it's an inevitability. It's just the nature of the business. But I just I wish they wouldn't. I wish for this one time, this one case that they would lay off, because look at that. Would you really want to twist that into something twisted? No.
She's a little dumpling, and I want to squish her.
She is small and cute and pure.
And
that is all you need to know.
She's great. If I had a daughter that was within that age group that was Kana, I would be a very happy dad.
She's so cute.
Yes.
But that's why I nominated her for best girl, because I really like Toru and I really like Kobayashi too. But I had to nominate Kana because if there was merch, I'd probably buy Kana stuff first.
Oh yeah, hands down. So part of that reason is also why I picked my best girl, and also partly because I cannot change character types even if I fucking tried. Guys, as much as I love Mauve, as much as I respect Mauve, Elma's more purple, so I gotta go with it.
As the dumbest thing I've ever heard anyone say.
No, it's reasonable. It's reasonable logic. It's reasonable.
All she wants to do in the human world is just try out all the food that there is and just hang out. Doesn't want to she got there with the mission of, okay, I'm gonna fuck up Toru, and then changed into a foodie, and I love it. She's cute, purple, looks okay in office wear. Just remove the blazer. It's okay.
Burn that jacket.
She's just really cute, and I love Elma, and she was infinitely more interesting than any of the side dragons that showed up. She showed up at episode 8 that late in, and she stole my heart completely. That takes talent to show up that late to the party and just be the best. Alma is so great. I admit that she does have her faults, but
being lawful good.
But she has been the least sexualized of the dragons, so she does have that.
I find that amazing.
Yeah,
which is weird, right? Because
did they just not have enough time? She doesn't wear a bra.
Maybe. And you know what? I'm happy for that, because that means that I get a pure dragon waifu who just is not interested in any sort of thing that is even contrived as sexual. She's just interested in treats and cakes and stuff, which I like. Look at Elma. Look at that. I love it. I love all of it. I want more of it. I would buy merch for her in a heartbeat.
For reference, by the way, I definitely did just go to AmiYami and check. It does not exist.
Yep. I mean, yeah.
We got every single DVD. We got a couple of CDs, and that's it.
Yep, that's cool.
And that feels pretty bad.
That's KyoAni shows for you. I mean, KyoAni, I may be on your good side again, but just a little message. Fucking get your shit together. Come on.
Didn't they manage to have what's it called, the Sound Euphonium merch though?
I don't think
there wasn't a ton of it.
I mean, you could probably look. There's KyoAni.
I'll look into it. I'll look into it.
Kana. There we go. I was gonna say I need the Kana for this show. Give me a hot second. I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna try the new merch website that I just discovered that I'm not going to name drop because they're not paying me, and I'm going to give them plenty of fucking money anyway. No, there's no merch anywhere. Fuck this.
Yep. That's the inevitability. What can you say? So, yeah.
They've got manga novels in Japanese if you want to buy those.
No thanks.
I can't read that.
I heard Kana's getting a spin-off manga though, so maybe at some point eventually.
Yay! Hopefully it's not lewd at all. Don't.
No, I think they understood. After episode 6, they're okay, so some people didn't like that very much, so we're just not going to do that again.
Yeah.
I think actually, yeah. I think one of the things that they're selling is the first novel of the Kana spinoff. So there you go. Confirmed. That does exist.
Interesting. So, yeah, winter 2017 now in the books, and we're looking forward to spring, and actually coming up on a year since we started this podcast. So, that's going to be interesting.
Yeah, at the end of season next year is going to be our 1-year anniversary.
Yep.
Amazing.
Yay!
And hopefully by then, Little Witch Academia will be fully out, so we can actually, like, get around to it.
Maybe.
It feels so fucking bad.
Yeah, at the end of this show, we were talking about all the shows, and I'm pretty sure you're sitting here thinking, "Hey, wait a minute, you dumb assholes! Little Witch Academia was in this season. Why didn't you rank that?" We couldn't fucking see it, so
we couldn't see it legally, at least. Netflix is holding that shit hostage.
Well, actually, no. I've actually looked around. Even getting subbed rips for this is hard because, as a lot of people know, fan subbing is practically dead at this point.
Yeah, that's true.
So if you're wondering when we're going to cover Little Witch Academia, I guess I can use this as a platform to kind of officially announce when we're going to do it. Waifu Watch will be it'll be dedicating a full episode to all 26 episodes of Little Witch Academia TV series. When it comes out on Netflix, it'll probably be within the week that it comes out. So, yeah, just look forward to that, and that's when it'll happen. Happening. So, just keep your ear on the ground. It'll happen in the near future. When that will be,
also,
I don't know.
Coming up in the spring season is Asen.
Yes!
Yay!
Which we're still going to.
Yeah. Well, I'll be also.
If anybody's going to be there, you get to see my unfortunate pile of Chunya merch in person if I get my base bag in time.
Yeah.
Exciting. I'm literally looking at it right now. It's pretty disgusting.
Yeah. Details, if there's like any sort of need for a meetup, will be. I'll be like making a video on that subject probably within the next couple weeks or so.
Closer to the actual event.
Yeah. Yeah, like, also, if you care, I'm also going to be hanging around C2E2, so, yeah, if you see me, give me a
nice.
holler. Yeah. So...
Literally, I didn't know that. What?
I mean, I was thinking about it, I was like, yeah, why not? It's in the city, too, so, like, fuck it, why not?
Yeah. No, that makes sense.
So, yeah, other than that, that basically puts a cap on winter 2017, and we're going to be chugging right into spring 2017 next week, so...
With our first impressions of the fuck ton of shows we're watching, actually.
Yeah, we're watching a ton of shows.
We're watching a lot.
I'm really surprised how much got picked up.
Yeah, I mean, well, I'm still waiting for one of mine, but we'll talk about that when we get there next week.
That'll have to wait until next week. So until then, as always, I am Joe.
And Emily.
And I'm Mia.
We are on a 7-day coffee break, but we'll be back next week with more Waifu Watch podcasts. So until then, have a good rest of the week, and goodbye.
Goodbye. Goodbye.